So I'm in the market the other day buying fresh fruits, vegetables, all of those things. And of course, I come across some really super fresh sea bass, Indian sea bass. Now, it's not every day that I find really nice gleaming fish with some bright eyes and lovely, fresh aromas of the ocean. So, inspired by that, I've decided to make a super delicious and simple recipe for you today. So stick around because that's coming up.
If you find value in what we do, then consider subscribing to our channel and press the bell icon to stay notified whenever we make a new upload.
No matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually all right.
Hey everyone, Chef Addy here, and welcome once again to my kitchen. So like I was saying, inspired by fresh produce and some really fresh sea bass, Indian sea bass that I came across in the market the other day. Today I've decided to make for you all my very own creation inspired by the flavors of Andhra, okay, coastal Andhra. Alright, so without further ado, let's check out our ingredients. So here's our ingredient list for our delicious Andhra or coastal Andhra style poached sea bass. Some really delicious and exotic ingredients, but yet simple to find. Most important ingredient, of course, is some really fresh bhetki or Indian sea bass. Alright, small sized, about half a kilo or 2 pieces. Lovely curry leaves, really fresh. Half a coconut. Some lovely dark dried tamarind. Coastal garam masala, turmeric, and coriander and cumin powder. Aromatics, tomatoes, garlic, ginger, onions, fenugreek seeds, dry red chilies, mustard seeds, and some organic coconut oil is our medium. So we're going to start by extracting our coconut milk, of course. Very easy to do. The next thing we want to do is make 3 to 4 slits on both sides of the sea bass like this. Just open it up with a sharp knife. Lovely, that's perfect. Like I said, really fresh sea bass. So that's done. Now to marinate the fish, to it we're going to add turmeric and salt. And then we're just going to rub the turmeric and salt thoroughly all over the fish, into the cracks, into the cavity as well. Make sure that turmeric and salt gets nicely rubbed all over the fish. So that's done. Now we're going to slice our onion. Just slice it or julienne it like so. Next we want to finely chop our ginger, and of course our garlic. So aromatics done. Then we're just going to simply dice up our tomatoes like so. Really simple. And that is most of our prep done. So that is our prep done. Aromatics chopped, tomatoes done, lovely thick coconut milk ready. I love coconut milk. Honestly, that fresh tamarind, alright, which I'm going to kind of just dissolve in the coconut milk to give it that lovely kind of tangy, tamarindy flavor. Alright, and of course, I have got a secret ingredient for our gravy. Now, I hope you guys can check it out. Yep, this, my friends, is Andhra chili powder. Take a look at that. Look at that color. Beautiful, bright orange. All right, it's quite spicy, but more importantly, it's got an incredible flavor. Right, so the next thing we need to do is just dissolve the tamarind straight into the thick coconut milk. Okay, so using your fingers, just nicely dissolve the tamarind with the coconut milk. Okay, so let's make our gravy. Heat up the coconut oil. Next in go the mustard seeds. Next fenugreek seeds. Our dry red chilies, in they go. Just gonna saute them until they're fragrant and crackling. Perfect, really nice aroma. Next in go our fresh curry leaves. Wow, absolutely incredible, super fragrant. That's coming along nicely. Just gonna fry them up. In go the onions, our ginger and garlic, a little bit of salt, turn down the heat, just lightly fry off our aromatics until they've softened. Okay, again, just a wonderful, beautiful aroma. Right, so our aromatics have now softened nicely and have taken on just a little bit of color. The garlic and the ginger is now also nice and sweet, no longer raw. To this we are going to add all of our spice powders, so the turmeric, cumin, coriander powders, they go in. Some salt and half a teaspoon of my southern style garam masala. You can use sambar powder if you like. Now we're just going to toast the aromatics and the spices together until they are nice and fragrant and lightly smoky. Okay, this really helps build a lot of flavor in the dish. Now we can put in our chopped tomatoes. We're just going to turn up the heat slightly and begin to fry everything together until the tomatoes now release some of their moisture and begin to soften ever so slightly. Okay, so we're just going to use the moisture of the tomatoes to begin to lightly deglaze the pan. Next we're going to add a little bit of water and just scrape up all of those rich pan deposits stuck to the base of the pan. Just deglaze everything, scrape all those spices and all those sediments off the base of the pan, and then cook the masala down until the tomatoes have begun to break down nicely. Now into this we can go ahead and strain in our lovely tamarind infused coconut milk. Wow, that already smells amazing. Okay, so we're just going to mix everything together, just stir, continue to deglaze, get all of that maximum flavor into your gravy. All right, like I said, already tasting really good. Now to this, our special secret ingredient, our Andhra chili powder, in that goes. Just going to stir it all in and bring that gravy to a nice boil. We're going to cover it and let it cook away 6 to 8 minutes. Then just uncover, stir it a few more times, combine everything, and then cover and let it cook away for a good 10 to 15 minutes or until that gravy is beautifully cooked out. Oh yeah, that smells and looks incredible. Look at that color of the tamarind and the gravy. Now that lovely typical coastal Andhra color. Okay, so cover it and then again let it cook away another 6 to 8 minutes until that gravy has thickened and has really now begun to cook out. It's really important that you cook out your gravy well. So that's done. Now all we need to do is add our marinated fish to the hot gravy like so. Just shake it gently, make sure that the fish is not sticking to the base of the pan. Then we're just going to baste the fish with that hot gravy and then we're just gonna turn it over and let that fish poach in that gravy. Shouldn't take more than 8 to 10 minutes for that fish to cook through to absolute perfection. That looks incredible. Okay, so now we're just gonna let it simmer for a few more minutes until that gravy is nice and thick and beautifully concentrated in flavor. Oh, my mouth is watering just looking at it. Okay, let's baste that fish a few more times, turn off the heat and just let it rest and cook to perfection. That's done. Fish, of course, poached to perfection. I could give it a taste. Yes, I could. Yeah, just look at that. Just beautiful. Well, some dishes just turn out a little bit more special than some others, right? Superb results. I really hope that you're as excited about this recipe as I have been today, cooking it and creating it with you and for you. So do give it a try in your kitchen. Get your hands on some nice sea bass if you can. You can use a butterfish, what we call mahi mahi, or any red snapper, for example. A nice sweet white ocean fish would go perfectly with this. Well, that's all we have time for today. I'm gonna see you next time with lots more exciting recipes that you and I are gonna cook together. But till then, happy cooking.